Hi everyone, I'm Glenn Flaherty from Boardgames and Bourbon and all those things, the magazines. So today I want to talk about Arkham Horror, the card game. Okay, Arkham Horror, the card game. And I want to talk to you very briefly about how to play it, but more importantly about why I'm going to skip it and what I compare it to, in case it's something that's up your alley. So first of all, what do we have in the game? You're going to get character cards. Okay, the character cards, very detailed. There's a few characters in the beginning of the game that has special attributes. The characters are going to get their own decks. Their own decks have special items that work just for them. And what you do with these decks is you draw 5 cards, you play cards that behoove you. You get 3 actions per round, so you might spend cards, you might choose to pull cards or to heal or to do something on this to fight. You're going to go to locations, and now this is the study. The study normally would tell you what other locations you can go to. This one has none, and it'll tell you what you have to do. Sometimes, like in this card, you will have to solve a number of investigations in order to get a clue token over here. And once you solve one location, you can move on to the next location. At the end of the round, monsters come out that you have to fight. There are special things that occur in your game that I'm not going to reveal too much about, but they tell you how the game unfolds and implications, okay? You can compare it to that Grave Consequences deck that just came out for Elder Sign and the expansion to the Grizzled. It's something that complicates every round. Okay, combat is very story-driven. Let me say that first. Very story-driven. You're trying to get through these rooms. It is not very combat-driven. Essentially, you're going to look at your hand of cards, and you're going to be like, yes, I can defeat that location. I'm going to try that. The only modifying thing is you stick your hand into a bucket, and you have to pick these out, these little coins. And they say -5. Some say -1. And that will make you more or less impotent. And I find that very anticlimactic to reach into a bag, you know? I wish there was dice. I think it would have been more fun. And the reason they have so many tokens is so that you can modify the difficulty. But you could have just included dice. It would have been cooler. Reaching into a bag is not that cool. Okay. They say it has a lot of replayability. I don't think it does. It's so story-driven that once you go through the story, you really don't want to do it again. It is compared to Lord of the Rings, but I would compare it to Elder Sign and Warhammer Quest, the card game. It has the exploration of locations like Elder Sign, and you could even say the Elder Sign Ithaquah expansion, Omen's Ice, and the Cthulhu one, where you are exploring the ocean, where you need, or the Gates of Arkham expansion for Elder Sign, where you're flipping over these cards. You don't know what's on there. You open it, it might open up a gate you have to go to. You might have to get so many supplies and get out of this area so you can go to the frozen tundra. You know, all these implications. Now the thing is, with Elder Sign, it's a one-shot game. Your characteristics that you acquire don't spill over into another game. In Warhammer Quest, there's a lot more combat. It's endless combat. However, your characteristics do carry over because they're all delves. This game is not as much combat, but does have the character building. And I feel like I had more game in Elder Sign and Warhammer Quest than I do here. Because of that. It's cool to have the RPG of building up your character, but it's not, and it might be cool to watch it develop, but I don't think it's replayable, really. So it's a good thing that they have a lot of expansions coming out. I will give some more of the expansions a try, but right now I was kind of like, eh. So, okay, if you do like the RPG element, this is a really cool, accessible way to get into it. You know, Cthulhu's cool. I know it's everywhere. It's still cool. Fantasy Flight does a great job and everything. I wish the combat was better. So, something for everyone. But for me, I'm not too thrilled. Looking forward, but whatever. Okay, so once again, that's Arkham Horror. I know they have some mini and some large expansions coming out soon. All right, thanks so much, guys. Talk to you later.